Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to talk about my piercings. I'm going to first talk about the ones I have and then the ones I had but I took out. Because of certain reasons I had to take them out. But I still want to give you my, my opinion and tell you about them. Anyway, I got my first, hoping you can see this, I got these done when I was about 18. So yeah, I got got these seconds, first done at a piercing place, second's done local chemist, same. So yeah, that done. Chemist, piercing place, same with the other side, pretty much. I first had them done when I was like 4 or 5, and I took them out and then redone when I made 8. Pain was about a 4. It took about 8-9 weeks to heal for some reason. It only cost me about $20. Got them done at my local beautician's, and I was done with like a piercing gun, and it was really easy, simple. It hurt less than what I expected. Also the pain lasted around a minute, and it just felt like a little sting, like a bee sting, if that. The second one I got not long after. I got it done at a chemist. They kind of stuffed it up, and because the piercing gun was sort of, it had this like sound like the gun going off and then the spring after, so that one kind of, this is going to sound gross, but pussed up a little bit for a few weeks. Took way longer to heal, about the same 8-9 weeks kind of thing. So yeah, I don't, and the pain was not that much. It was a little bit more, like 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, I only paid for the piercing, the hole, which was like, what's this thing called? The jewellery, which is like $17. Pain lasted a couple hours, but that's about it. And again, sound like a sting. Now on to the piercings I did have but don't have anymore. I got my nose pierced about 2 years ago now. I loved it to bits, but I had to take it out because I had an MRI done, which is just like the usual thing that has to be done with my disability. It really just felt like not a pinch, not a sting. It was like almost like a literal, not like the pinch they describe when you get a piercing done. It's like a poking, like when a kid pokes you, like digs their finger into your arm or something. That's all it felt like. It wasn't painful. It was more of a discomfort. So the pain was like a 2 out of 10 because it was more discomfort than anything. It had like a little stud and then this little hook bit that kind of hooked in there. It was so odd looking at that. Like I kept catching it into my corner of my eye all the time. Got used to it in the end. I had it in for about a couple months, I guess, probably about that. Price was about $50 or $55 from memory. It was definitely well worth it. I'd get it done again if I could. And really, the only thing I didn't like was like on towels, it'd get like, or face cloths or something, it'd get like caught and come out. It's a little bit like, wouldn't come out completely, but up to where it was hooked, like the hook bit, like the C shape, whatever it was. But then you just shove it back in. It was pretty much, that's pretty much it. That was my favourite piercing of all, to be honest. I'd done that. And I had my tongue pierced. That lasted about 3 weeks. Again, I had to take it out because of it. MRI scan or some kind of scan I had at the time where you couldn't have piercings in. Yeah, it was really weird. It used to get like caught on the front of my teeth, like, you know, I'd get it caught in front of my teeth or the back of my teeth. It was really odd. It stung like a capital B. But it was probably about a 9 out of 10 for the pain. Definitely one I wouldn't get again. I was like really proud of it at the time, but I definitely wouldn't get it again. Pain, yeah, like I said, the pain. And the swelling on the tongue took a while to go down. I'd say about a week completely to go down. Yeah, and the cost was about $70 for it. Keeping in mind, this, where I got it, was like an actual piercing place. Like, they do piercings and like tanning and all sorts of tattoo removals and jewellery and stuff. And like, yeah, they'd done like piercings and stuff. That's what I went there mostly for. General information. Sorry, I'm just reading off this little book. General information was the ones that weren't in my mouth, or every other piercing I had, I'd done like about 1 part Dettol to 1 part water, like diluted the Dettol and kind of got that on like a little cotton tip or a tissue and like just rubbed around it, or not rubbed around it, like dabbed around it, cleaned it up. And I also went over the jewellery and under the jewellery, yeah, around it. It was pretty easy. Tongue, I had to use salted water because, you know, you don't put Dettol in your mouth because it'll kill you. Anyway, so I used like salt water, which was like the same kind of thing where you have like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of salt, or more like a teaspoon, to a little bit of water, gargle that around, swallow it around your mouth and spit it out. So that was how I done the tongue. The average healing time, like on average, like they all healed within different times of each other. But this one hit, like the average heal time was about 2 months to about 2.5 months to heal. I know the average time is supposed to be about 6 to 8 weeks, but obviously my body reacted differently to the piercing. Some healed quicker than the 6 to 8 weeks, some healed after that. But yeah, the one tip I have definitely is to breathe as they do the piercing. When I had the nose done, I literally, as the lady was like putting the needle to my nose, I opened my eyes and I watched it, and I held my breath, which you're not supposed to do because I think that you could pass out or something. I don't know if that's what they tell people, I think. Anyway, definitely breathe, deep breathing, it calms you down. Yeah, like that is my biggest thing, is I would have breathed. Yeah. So that's about pretty much it. And the biggest mistake I did was when I had my nose pierced, I put makeup on and I had to like get some makeup remover and then remove like the ton of makeup I had on, like around the side, like from here all the way around, and then they put like their own makeup that they had on, and it just looked so odd. It looked like a big splotch on my face. So yeah, don't have any makeup on if you're going to get a facial piercing. Tongue piercing, I probably wouldn't have like lip product because you have your tongue out and you're going to draw a bit, and the product, yeah. So definitely probably no makeup when you have like a facial piercing, definitely. Ears, when you get them done, try and have your hair right out the way, otherwise it'll get caught. Like, it'll be a pain to get your hair out the way and it'll get caught. But generally, just in a ponytail or a braid or a plait, that's pretty much what you need to do. If you have any other questions, please let me know below in the comment section and I will answer them as best I can. And also, I just want to put that out there, I try and put this in my personal videos. What works for some person might not work for another. The reason I used the Dettol solution and then the salt water was because when I had the spray they gave me, every time I put the spray on, I swear the place I sprayed it would just like swell up and it would hurt for like hours after I applied the so-called cleanser stuff they give you, well, that you got to buy for like 20 bucks. So I definitely say if it works for you, that's great, but it didn't work for me. It just made me feel like that's probably why half my piercings healed slower than the average time, because of me trying to do the right thing. Like, I try and always do the right thing on my piercings when I get them done and do the solutions that they give you, but then obviously it didn't work for me, so the healing time was more, because after a while I figured out it's not going to work for me, so therefore I have to use the salt water or the Dettol solution. But yeah, generally whatever works for one person might not work for another, but then it might, you never know. So yeah, that's all I wanted to just tell you, and I'm so sorry if I rambled on.